can continue to pass on the stories and that will keep us here forever. That's a true story. Yeah, you won't read that in any Bible. Okay? Because we are the living. We are the living here. We are the culture here today. Yeah. Injala Willam Dinapa Waram Jerome. Walpana Melbourne Jericho Manda Wa.
Buongiorno! Buongiorno everyone, thank you for being here today thank you for being here today in the Love Camp. We appreciate your patience and welcome to DOOFTUBE, the Techno Beat podcast, live from Elements 2020 with our very special superstar guests of DJs here. We're going to have a chat with you guys for about the next 45 minutes to an hour about what makes these guys tick, why you need to see them play, and also why Jade is a superstar and absolutely rocked it last night. So let's give it up for our awesome guests. Introducing first from Dubai, he rocked the stage last night. Jade Kanaka Bathabi, is that right? Jedidiah! Give us a mic check, Jed. How you going down there, mate?
Yeah, I'm a bit I'm a bit crusty, but
That's worse for wear.
You must be absolutely vibing after the set last night.
yeah, it was. Oh, mate, the people out here, like vibrate on a higher frequency. Legitimately, like it was so refreshing, like coming here after being locked down and being exposed to a dance floor filled with like vibrant souls and I'll try to talk louder, but yeah, fuck.
So you would have had a nice night's sleep though after playing so well. You would have had a good night's sleep after playing so well last night?
Yes, no, yeah.
Awesome. And next along the line we have from Craigieburn, Ebony Lunar. Welcome, Lunar. Woo! Let's give it up. She has come straight from the shuttle bus, hasn't even unpacked her belongings yet, straight to the couch. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And of course, next from Geelong, the luscious Laura King.
Hello.
And last but not least, from Heidelberg, Miss Jade Gormley.
Hello. Welcome everyone to the festival.
Thank you for being here, Miss Jade. So we'll, since you're right here, you've played Elements before last year.
Yeah, last year was my first year.
Not your first time. Tell us what it was like to play last year.
Last year was great. I was up at Tribal Council around late morning, midday. Yeah, we played straight after each other.
Yeah.
And it was a vibe. It was so good. Just getting up there and just starting everyone off like with a groove and then building it up and smashing everyone at the end. No, it was good. The people here are just so accepting and welcoming and everything's so well organised. I loved it.
Fantastic. And Laura, this is your first time, so
Yes.
tell us when we can catch you tonight.
So I'm playing tonight at the Love Camp, 12:30 till 2 a.m.
Yep, at the Love Camp.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. So it's my first time.
Cool.
So
And what drew you to want to come and play at Elements?
I've just heard such good things about it. I mean, my boyfriend played last year and he said it was amazing, and people that I know have been here have said it's just such a nice vibe, and it is.
Awesome.
It's definitely like no other festival I've been to.
Yep, and you got here yesterday afternoon as well.
Yep.
So how did you go last night? What were your thoughts on the acts that you got to see?
So I was so impressed. It was so nice. I just was cruising around, and yeah, this stage has really surprised me. I didn't know what to expect, but yeah.
They've had it pumping
really
all
cool.
day. I think we've gone a bit over time as well with the music. It was supposed to stop earlier,
Well,
but
I mean, everyone's having a good time, so
Yeah, keep it
why
going.
stop the
why kill the
music?
vibe? Exactly. And so I guess let's start with what's been happening for the last few months, because everyone, well, as you said, Jed, it was fun to just be in front of people yesterday. So what's it been like for you guys? We'll start with Jade and work our way down. Just what you've been working on, I guess, through the winter, and I guess how Corona's affected your performances and ability to play clubs and awesome parties like this.
Yeah, well, I said to friends, basically, probably we're all the same. We'd play 1 to 2, maybe more gigs a week, and we've gone from that to booking 1 to 2 in the last 12 months. So I haven't played since Esoteric in March, and I've had my casual jobs on the side to keep me going.
Yep.
But emotionally, mentally, I've been up and down. So I haven't made any music. I've got 2 tracks I want to release that I made last year.
Cool.
But I just spent this year rebranding really, and just honing in on my marketing a little bit more, and more uploads and getting this right, so that something creative can come out of me, and that's why I'm so excited to be here this weekend. Yeah,
Fantastic.
to finally play.
Well,
oh my god, have a nice release. Would be nice.
It has been a good time, I think, for a lot of people to get their heads right and I guess align what's important to them and what they want to be working on.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you, Miss King?
Yeah, pretty much the same as me. I mean, I haven't played since March.
Do you want to maybe share the mics? That one's a bit louder.
Yeah, I think this one's working.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't played since March, and it's been like I was go, gigs every weekend, and then all of a sudden just, I don't know, normal, weird life. Go to the supermarket and then go home and make dinner, and I don't know, it was bizarre, but it was a blessing and a curse. It was nice to just get back to the basics and just like live a simple, normal life and just kind of, get your head right and just rethink about like what you want to do in the future. And I feel really prepared now, and I've kind of, changed my style a little bit.
Cool.
And I'm ready to get back into it.
Yep. Back to the fang?
Yeah, definitely. I need it.
Yep.
Overactive brain needs to be on the pulse, I reckon.
And what about you, Miss Lunar? How have you been keeping busy over winter?
Yeah, I spent COVID creating a new opportunity for myself, and I've gone back to university.
Fantastic. What are you studying?
Studying natural medicine.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I still want to do music, and I still want to spend, my time connecting with people and sharing stories and all of that. It's just sort of something to complement when I'm not doing music, because I realize that I need a good balance.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm really enjoying that, and it's brought the fun back into music for me. It got pretty serious at one point.
Yep.
Gigs every weekend, being away from home, traveling, sore back, sore neck. And just finding tunes that I had to find just so they were fresh, more than because I really love them. So it's been nice just to fill some weekends with gigs, some weekends with my studies, and being with my partner and, settling down a little bit. It's brought the excitement back into things for me.
Cool.
So I'm happy with the balance, and still aiming to go overseas and tick off all my goals. But just not all just only about music anymore, and I'm feeling it a lot more again. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
Well, I think it was about 7 a.m. this time last year where we were having a bit of a yarn on a couch just on the other side of the Love Camp. And I remember then that was, I think, your 3rd Elements you played at? Yep. So what is it about Elements for you? I mean, you played here a few times now. How's the festival kind of evolved, and I guess what keeps bringing you back?
Yeah, so I've been here from the start, and I'm so blessed and honoured. Thanks, Trent and Natalia, for welcoming me back for a 4th year. I've done a full circle, so I've had the experience to play on the Sonic Sorcery and the Epic Tribal Council. I didn't know till the day I was playing last year that I was playing on that stage. I was like, what? And I think every year the festival's just grown more and more, and I watch Trent and I admire him so much because he really pays attention to the small detail.
Yes.
He really puts thought into how far are you walking from the dance floor to the food, and is everything accessible? And I really love that because it's, he's supplying and providing an epic lineup of music, but he's also really taking care of the little things, which I appreciate. When you do this every weekend, you appreciate those little things. So,
absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, yes, and we would like to thank Trent and all of the Elements team for having us along and letting us do the Techno Beat podcast from here today. And we're obviously not going to stay on too long because Trent's actually playing at 4:30 on the other stage. So we've got to make sure we wrap it up to go and see him rocking it. But I guess whilst we're on the topic of awesome festivals and the 1%ers, again, we'll start with you, I guess, and work our way back. But what are some of your career highlights and what are some of your other favourite festivals other than Elements?
Yeah, so I've had so many highlights, but I think playing at Rainbow Serpent last year on the Sunset stage was a big one for me. Super bummed I didn't get my Market Set stage this year.
So you're booked for Market Stage?
I was booked for the Friday night,
really? Awesome.
sesh.
Oh, wow.
That would have been
At
killer.
midnight. And I waited a long time for that, but I have faith in the Rainbow Gods. But Yeah, Earth frequency and playing at Elements. Elements is up there for me, definitely. Yeah, it's for me. It doesn't really matter what time, what stage. For me, it's the connection and the feeling that I get during that set. So it doesn't matter where it is. And I've had an amazing time here at Elements for sure. Yeah.
Fantastic, Lawsy.
Career highlights for me would have to be my closing set at Babylon.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That was absolutely rocking. The whole festival was in there, I think.
That was a surprise because I thought I was just being put on like the side stage, there's no slot for you. You'll just pop you on there like at the end of the festival, and then it turned out there was no other stages open at the time, so it was like thousands and thousands of people, and it was it was the best.
And of course, you had your day party as well, which was a pretty awesome event.
Yep. So I run like an all-day rave kind of party. So I play for 5 hours and have a few friends on support as well. Yep. And it's just like a really plain like underground warehouse vibe, and it's just fast, flat out for the whole time. And then like a few decorations and whatnot. But so that went really well. And then festivals that I love. I think Elements, like this is my first time here, and it's had a really good impression on me so far. It's just such a nice vibe. I don't know. It's really, really relaxing and just peaceful. It's good.
A bit more humid than what you used to in Victoria.
Yeah, it is, but I like it. It's nice. It's not, I hate the cold.
Yeah, well, I think Jed's gone to rehydrate himself. I think I don't know if he'll be back. Jade, you've played just about everywhere, at least in Australia.
Yeah,
all right. And you were supposed to be going to Bali this year, weren't you? Was that right?
So I've played every state except Tassie. So I'm coming for you. I was supposed to play in Bali this year. I played overseas for the first time last year in Romania. That was sick.
Which festival was that?
That was Transylvania Calling, the 10-year anniversary.
Wow, Transylvania.
Yeah, that was a complete fluke. I wasn't originally on the lineup, but then I got swapped with international that couldn't make it. He put in a good word for me because he knew I was in Europe.
Oh, wow.
He's like, you can't have me, but I got someone for you. and the girl doing the bookings is from Australia, so she was like, "Oh no, Miss Jade, no worries, and give me a flyer." So that was pretty cool. Romania is interesting. Got some stories about that. But anyway, Bali would have been amazing to do This Is Life Festival. It's going to be postponed, and I really hope everyone in Indonesia is doing all right because it's going to be really hard for them to get past all of the COVID stuff. So eventually one day when everything's good, I hope to do that. Career highlights for me, obviously traveling and getting that opportunity was really great. For me, it's been just like a progression. I definitely think things that stand out for me is definitely, kind of like you've done with Elements here and esoteric. So esoteric every year and consistently on the main stage, and like you're just pumping it out on the last day. Just every year they've gotten better, and I feel like I've helped contribute to that musically on main, and I really appreciate them for that. So I think more for me, and same when Earthcore was around, that was a big lift for me as well. And then my radio show with Kiss FM, again,
Psychology?
over the years, Psychology, that's my radio show, second Friday of every month. They've all been like 4 or 5 year blocks. And I think for me, it's not like that one moment, it's a progressive thing over time, which, I'm really grateful for everyone to give me that go and show them what I got,
Well, I think the trend here, though, is that some of the best sets are the ones on the last day or the closing sets. I think when everyone's just leaves it all on the dance floor, nothing's left at the campsite, we are just absolutely going for it. And I think you guys
when it's unexpected as well, you're just like, oh wow. I wasn't expecting that, and when it it surprises you, it's so nice.
Yes, that's it. So I guess another thing about this festival is it's not just about the music. So what is it about, I guess, Elements, Esoteric, Rainbow, that beyond the music is so great for our community? Obviously we get lots of opportunities for artists, not just DJs. So I guess talk a little bit about what you see as the benefits for having more events like these and what they do offer the community.
Yeah, I'll just go. For one, developing a culture, which, Elements has definitely done really, really well. Developing a culture of togetherness and freedom and of expression. And, every now and then you might have the person that isn't quite there yet, but they will be the more time they spend with everyone. I think that ability to come and live a life that you feel is right for you, which is this is my reality. And being able to spend time and meet new people and all of that. I think that, and giving all artists of all different types, whether it's musically, performance, creative, an opportunity again to express themselves and being able to come together for that. Oh, it gives me goosebumps, and I can't get that in my real life. You know, this is my real life. That's why I do it everywhere. That's why I'm so excited.
Well, even things like the stage design, as you say, like that's, I think, way before the festival even starts, how much they contribute to, I guess, everyone's
So
great
much.
fun, but the job opportunities it creates as well.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And the people that continue to come back and whether they're volunteer or being paid and contribute, they can actually see their own development as well as the festival's growth. Like you can see it this year in the stages already. They're already bigger and better, and you along for the ride for that creatively, it would be like really special for you. You can hold on to
very
that.
rewarding. Laura, what about you? What do you think?
I think two things. Firstly, like being like in nature is just so important for everyone, and you kind of just forget that when you're living when you're living in the city and you're just like feeling a bit like it's not right, but you're not sure, and then you come out here and you just feel like, okay, this is where I need to be. This is nice, and it's just relaxing, and it's just you just feel relief and
away from all the EMFs and all the concrete.
This is where in nature is where we belong. This is where we feel we all feel at home. Secondly, I think for like up and coming artists as well, like it's like young kids that they're just like kind of getting into it. They can come here and feel inspired and chat with everyone and be like, this is doable. We can all we've all got a chance if we're passionate enough to follow it through. So I think that's also important.
It is a great place to, I guess, not follow dreams, but also create dreams and get ideas. And I mean, things like this wouldn't be happening right now if it wasn't for coming to these things. So it's great. I guess creativity just breeds and flows through all mediums. Lunar, you've done more doofs, I think, than I have, and more doofs than there have been doofs. Microphones just around the other way, please, love. Perfect. So I guess what else have you seen over the scene, the way it's progressed over the last decade or so as well?
Yeah, massively. I think the biggest thing that stood out for me is the amount of women that are getting behind such a male-dominated industry and getting involved. I know when I started, there weren't that many.
This is a female-dominated couch at the moment.
And it's really amazing.
Someone's got to keep me in line, so I'm glad you guys are here.
It's just a really beautiful thing to see. I've got older brothers that were DJs and really heavy in the rave scene, and they look at me now and they're like, this is just not a normal thing that we would see back in the day. That women just didn't get listened to. And so I think for me, the biggest thing that I've done, whilst not only being an artist, but being and a promoter and an event organizer and doing the ceremony for Esoteric and, helping people get their first gigs and running a nightclub with Joel, my business partner. Running my own radio show, I've delved into a lot of the different areas, mostly just to splash my femininity, and just give it a go and just show other people that it is possible to do something, no matter what sex you are. And I know that sounds really cliche, but it can be really difficult in an industry like the music industry for a woman to get an opportunity to be heard. And I'm so grateful that just by my own hard work, I've been approached and been able to stand and play on stages that, people spend 8 to 10 years trying to play on, and that doesn't mean I'm better than them. It just means that I believed in myself, and that's really all it was. I'm not amazing at what I do. I still learn every gig that I play. I'm still learning. I still make mistakes. But I think just, it all, again, it sounds cliche, but it's what I think drove my entire 5 years of everything that I've done. Just getting out there and giving it a go. And so if any women are listening and any woman does want to learn production or DJing, you can approach any of us at any point. I know I can speak for all the women. We're always super happy to give anyone a go, anyone a shot.
Very supportive.
Yes. And I know, Jade, we talked about it when we did a podcast earlier in the year that people can find on iTunes, SoundCloud and Spotify at the TB podcast. About how, I guess, even here we've got you guys, we've got Mayuri, we've got Ebony Willis. Like, there is a lot of opportunities, and you're not getting booked because you're girls, you're getting booked because you're good, and I think that's probably the most important thing.
Yeah, and that's what I want to push forward is we're not getting booked because because we're girls or because we're pretty or something. Like, we've got just as much talent as anybody else here, and we just want to share it with everyone, and we want to give everyone else a go too. Yeah, 100%.
Well, if it's all about getting booked on Sex Appeal, I mean, I'd be here for 12 hours on the main stage.
Obviously.
Of course.
Look at this.
Oh, thanks, darling.
Warm you up a little bit.
All right, sorry. I guess since we're on the topic of you guys performing, Miss Jade, what can people expect when they see you play tomorrow?
Okay, so
Tomorrow, Sunday?
No, tomorrow. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry.
No, I'm joking. Tomorrow morning, 11:30 until 1 p.m. on Sonic Sorcery. So that'll be exciting for me because I haven't played on that stage yet, and it looks awesome. And so normally I start, pretty heavy, and I drive it right up and go pretty hard and big kick at the end. But I'm actually going to do something different tomorrow because I'm going to be the last psytrance act before a show, and then they change genre. So I'm just going to change it up. I'm still going to go hard, but I'm going to end it a little bit different. So it's a surprise.
Wind it down a bit.
And I really hope I pull it off.
You will. She does every time.
You will for sure. And we got like the fire twirlers and any of that sort of jazz, the dancers this year?
I wasn't able to organise my dances like I do in Victoria, but
Okay.
but there is going to be an art performance up until I think about 12 or 12:30.
Very cool.
That Elements had organised. Next year,
Yes.
I'll definitely put together dances like I do in Victoria. Yeah,
Fantastic.
Love that.
And for those that are watching this after the festival, you'll put the live recording up, will you?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I bought a brand new recorder similar to
Ooh,
your one.
ooh la la.
Yeah, I brought a brand new one. I practiced with it last night, made sure. So fingers crossed.
Cool. And so where can we find you to be able to check out that?
Oh yeah, that'll be up on my SoundCloud. As fingers crossed, the recording comes out well. Then next week I'll upload it on my SoundCloud. So just soundcloud.com/Miss Jade Official.
Cool. And we can see some of your highlights from last year on your YouTube channel, YouTube page as well.
Yeah,
So-
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. There's heaps of videos. I need to put a couple more up on YouTube.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll do that for sure.
Yeah, cool. And Lawsy, so you are going to have us pumping and thumping tonight.
Yeah.
Who are you playing after? Do you remember?
Continue to pass on the stories, and that will keep us here forever. That's a true story. Yeah, they won't read that in any Bible. Because we are the living.